make it a better place.
Hi everybody, this is Tina with Loving Life's Little Blessings. Welcome to my video today, you guys, here on YouTube, or if you're over on my website. Thanks for stopping by. Today I am going to be making a happy birthday card. We're using the Ready to Pop stamp set along with the popcorn. This is the die that will create the mini popcorn container. I'm going to show you that at the end of the video and show you what I did. In order to create the little container, you're going to want to cut 2 of these and then it goes together. This also comes in a bundle, so you can get the stamp set and the die together in a bundle and you save 10%. So let's go ahead and make this card first. I'm also going to be using this die set. This is the Botanical Gardens die set, I believe is what it's called. I'll have all the supplies linked on my coordinating blog post. You can get to that by clicking right up here or in the YouTube description. So I'm also going to bring my Big Shot over and I'm going to show you some cutting because I'm going to do something a little bit different. So here's my card base. It's a basic black card base, and that's what I've started with. I've just cut it at 5.5, and then, I've cut it at 4 1/4, and then I've scored it at 5.5. So I want it to open up like this. So let me grab my Big Shot, and I'm going to show you what we're going to do. Here's my Big Shot. I just have my magnetic plate down here, and then I have a clear plate. Now I'm making this card for Kayla's teacher. It is her birthday, and I wanted to make her a card and take treats in to the class. And so I was trying to come up with a pretty girly birthday card, like something different than what I've been doing, and I thought this would be perfect. So I have this part of the die set, and we have our card base. You can see it's right here, and what I want to do is I want to cut this kind of at a diagonal like this. So the magnetic plate is going to come in handy because it's going to allow this die to stick right to my magnetic plate, and it's going to stay in place. It's going to keep my cardstock in place. So now then we just pull it apart and we have this design on the edge of our card. So then what I want to do is go ahead and take a piece of, this is smoky slate, and we're going to put this inside the card so that first we can write on it, and then also so it will allow that design to show. So I've cut the smoky slate piece at 4 by 5 1/4. So it's going to have a little bit of a border in there, but then you can see it allows this part of the design to show. So then let's go ahead and get our sentiment on here, because then there's not very many other steps to this card. So I'm going to do some embossing. So I'm just going to start with my embossing buddy. This just has some powder in it, and I'm going to put this down here. It's going to allow the embossing powder to not stick everywhere. Then we're going to use Versamark, and this is the happy birthday out of this stamp set. It's right here. I'm a little far away still. I'll zoom in 1 second. Let me just get this embossed. So we're going to put this at the very bottom. Wipe the extra powder off. It kind of gets white from that powder, but it will wipe off. So now we can work on the rest of this part of the card. So let's just give this a good crease so it'll stay down. There we go. So now from that same die set, I've just cut 3 other items. The big flower right here, and I'm gonna pop these out and pull them up a little bit so they have some dimension. And we're gonna wanna put this right here. So I'm gonna use glue dots. And I'm just going to take a glue dot and put it right on the back of this flower, just like that. And then I'm gonna push that glue dot in between one of these. So right where I want the spacing to be, I think right there will be good. I'll flip this over to make sure the glue dot isn't showing, and then I'll push that in, the glue dot into the cardstock. So the glue dot is holding on right there. And it should be okay. And then same thing with these two. We're going to use glue dots again. That way adhesive doesn't get everywhere. And it's okay that there's a hole right there because we'll cover that up. But then same thing, I'm going to go ahead and make sure that that is pressed down to one right in between one of these leaves. With glue dots, you can kind of move things around still a little bit. There's a little bit of give to it. So then let's take a larger rhinestone for the bigger flower and stick that right in the middle. And then we have one other thing we're going to do. We're going to take some smoky slate ribbon. This is really thin ribbon. It has some stitching on it, so it has some detail. And we're going to tie a bow at the top. So we're going to slip that through like this. I always pull this really tight when I'm just trying to tie a bow. So it will pull up the cardstock and kind of cinch it together a little bit. But I know when I go to tie that bow, it's going to loosen up a little bit. And so that's why I pull it a little bit tight. I want to say extra tight, pull it extra tight. But be careful when you're doing that you don't rip your cardstock on your edges. So see, that loosened up a little bit, and then it ends up being perfect because now it's laid. So it did take me quite a bit of time to fuss with that bow and get it exactly how I wanted it. But here is the card. Zoom out a tiny bit now that we're done embossing. So here's the card. And then I'll write on the inside. And then here is the super cute little popcorn die that I put together. It has caramels in it. And I just did the same thing. I did the flowers so it matches the card. And I did this in basic black and cherry cobbler. And then I also got her a Starbucks gift card. I'll tuck in here. And then I'll probably put all of this in a cello bag and put it together. And then I'm taking cookies into her class for all the kids, and I'm going to take her flowers. So I thought that this would be pretty, the black and the red. And then who doesn't like caramels? I might have had one of these while I was putting this project together. So I hope you guys enjoyed seeing this. There'll be photos on my website. You can head over there. You can pin those photos to Pinterest. And then all of the supplies are listed on my website. And don't forget, for every $50 you guys spend, anywhere from $15 to $50, I'm giving away items. So you can check that out on my website as well and get free card kits or free, I have other kits I've put together for you guys this month. So make sure you check that out. So thanks guys for hanging out with me today, and I'll be back this week with more projects for you guys. Have a great day. Thank you guys so much for joining me today for my video and my project. This project is actually for the International Blog Hop that I am a part of. You can head over to my website and find the lineup for all of the other wonderful projects that you will want to see and check out. I also have 2 other videos here for you guys. I have my fresh fruit thank you cards, and then I have the 4 different ways to use the Stampin' Up! Seaside Shore stamp set, which those cards were fun. Both of those sets were fun. So I hope that you will head over to my website and check out the other projects for the International Blog Hop that I'm a part of today. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, and I will be back later this week to share some more with you. Have a great day.